Alright, so, I just finished playing Sword of the Sea, and I need to talk about it. This game completely hooked me, not because it's long, or super complicated, or packed with features, it's actually the complete opposite. It's short, simple, and it's all about how it feels to move, and honestly, that was enough. So today, I want to break down why Sword of the Sea hit me so hard. The movement, the visuals, the music, all of it, the simplicity of it all, and why even at just 2 to 3 hours long, it was one of the most worthwhile gaming experiences that I have had this year. The core aspect of Sword of the Sea is the movement. The entire game is built around how it feels to glide on that swordboard, and it just feels so damn smooth. It's really just about timing your jumps, reading the terrain, and keeping that flow going. The ground is constantly bobbing up and down like water, so even when you don't need to, you just feel the need to urge to leap into the air. The game gives you momentum almost like gravity is your co-pilot. You drop down a slope, you naturally pick up speed, and you carry it forward into the next jump. There is a rhythm to it that feels effortless once you get into the zone. And when you launch into the air, that is where the game invites you to just have some fun. You can carve out tricks mid-air, they don't give you points, there's no score system, no gameplay reward at all. But when you nail a big spin and land smoothly back on the sand, it just feels amazing. It's expression for the sake of expression alone, and it gives the game this meditative, playful vibe. The terrain itself sort of changes things up too. Most of the time you're surfing through sand that behaves like water, but then near the end of the game you will hit ice, and you will slide a bit more with less grip. It's sort of subtle, but it shifts how you approach the jumps and the landings. The difference in feel keeps the flow from getting monotonous. And then there are the animal sections, which are just pure magic. You'll get moments where you're riding sharks or dolphins, entire set pieces where your movement links up with theirs. They're not about building momentum, they're about changing the rhythm, breaking up the flow in the best way. And then there are the whales, which aren't tied to gameplay at all. You can just find them, hop on, and let the game show you off some stunning visuals as you ride across the waves. It's not mechanical, it's just beautiful. The way all these elements come together makes Sword of the Sea endlessly satisfying to just move through. I never once felt the need to have enemies to fight or harder puzzles to solve. I was perfectly happy just riding, jumping, and stringing together little bursts of momentum across this incredible landscape. What really elevates Sword of the Sea beyond just being a movement game is the way it looks and sounds while you're in motion. The visuals and the soundtrack aren't just dressing, they are inseparable from how the game feels moment to moment. Visually, the game is stunning without ever being overly complex. The landscapes are these vast deserts that roll and curl like an ocean, massive waves of sand rise up in front of you, and you carve your way across them like you're skating on liquid. Scattered through these deserts are ruined structures with arches, pillars, broken statues, and they don't just look cool, they feel ancient, like remnants of a forgotten world that you're passing through. The scale of everything gives you sense of smallness, but also freedom, like you're a tiny part of something way bigger. And the colour palettes shift as you move through areas. You start off in the desert, but later on you'll be in a forgotten city, or you might be in a snowy area. The game knows exactly how to reframe the scenery so that you never feel like you're just riding through the same stretch of sand. And then there is the soundtrack, which ties it all together. Austin Wintory absolutely crushed it. Again, the music rises and falls with your movement. When you're gliding slowly, it's airy and meditative. When the game is inviting you to breathe. When you pick up speed or hit a big set piece, the score swells into these powerful melodies that make you feel like you're just soaring. And sometimes it just cuts back a little bit and gives you time to relax so that when the music comes back, it'll hit even harder. And then, for example, when you're riding the shark and gameplay becomes much more aggressive as the mechanics evolve into smashing into things, the music becomes more aggressive without going overboard. The way the game manages to find the perfect sound for what's occurring on screen is simply exemplary. The combination of these two things, the art and the music, puts you in this trance-like state. It's as if you're shaping the rhythm of the soundtrack as you go. Every trick, every jump, every slide feels like it belongs to the world around you. And it's that harmony between the visuals and the music that makes Sword of the Sea more than just a game about movement. It feels as though it's an experience where the art and the sound are constantly amplifying what you're doing, pulling you deeper into the flow state. Also, if you are enjoying this video that I put a lot of time and effort into, then please consider subscribing, because we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's looking like it's going to be a close one, so I'd really appreciate your help. But anyway, that is enough of that. Back to the video. So now let's talk about the story, because Sword of the Sea definitely has one, even if it's not told in the traditional sense. There are no big cutscenes, just small ones. There's no dialogue, no text boxes. Instead, the story is told through the environment, through the creatures you encounter, and through the mood of each area. From what I took away from the game, it feels as though it's about rebirth. You're moving through these massive, empty ruins that feel like the remains of a civilization long gone. As you surf through them, you awaken life again. Plants start to grow, fish start to reappear, structures light up. The world feels as though it's breathing for the first time in a long time. It's as if your swordboard is the key to saving natural life. The animals you ride also tie into this theme. The sharks, the dolphins, the whales. They give you this sense of the world being alive, even in a desert of sand. It's like you're restoring balance. You're reconnecting with nature in a place that's been barren for who knows how long. Once you bring all the creatures back, you feel accomplished because they just look so beautiful and you saved them. It's not a story with traditional heroes and villains, it's more of a meditation, about cycles, about creation, about moving forward while honouring what came before, and because it's told without words, it leaves room for you to project your own meaning onto it. Some people will see it as spiritual, others will see it as environmental, others might just appreciate it for the journey it is. For me, it felt like the game was reminding me of how important movement itself is, not just in the literal sense of surfing through the sand, but in the sense of continuing on, finding the beauty in momentum, and rediscovering life in spaces that feel empty. It's a quiet story, but one that I definitely appreciated. And the best part about Sword of the Sea is that the whole thing only lasts about 2 to 3 hours. And yeah, you might think that's weird. If the game was that good, surely you'd want it to be longer. But no, and here's why. If you are somebody who looks at games purely in terms of hours per pound or hours per dollar, then this might not seem like it adds up, but those 2 to 3 hours are really dense. There's no filler, there's no padding, there is no downtime, there is not a single minute of this game that is wasted. Every stretch of sand, every ramp, every moment with the animals or the ruins is designed to feel meaningful. The game respects your time, and instead of dragging its ideas out for even 5 to 10 hours, it leaves you with something sharp, concentrated and unforgettable, and that is why it works so well as a sensory experience. You're gliding through something that was designed to be felt. You're not just playing a game and checking boxes and leveling up. The visuals, the soundtrack, the movement, the story, they all come together into this meditative, almost dreamlike flow, and by the time that the credits do roll, I didn't feel like I'd missed out on content. I felt like I had experienced something whole and finished. And honestly, I find that quite rare. Most games want you to commit dozens of hours only to mess up the payoff. Sword of the Sea only asks for a few hours, but it gives back something just as impactful as the biggest blockbusters. It's an experience that I am definitely glad I had, and one that I will probably think about long after other longer games have faded from my memory. If you were into games like Journey or Abzu, or even The Pathless, which is a bit different to this, or if you just wanted to play something meditative and uplifting that won't eat up your whole weekend, then I think you need to play Sword of the Sea. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. I really hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, then please consider leaving a like, as it really does help. And if you want to see more videos from me, then please make sure to subscribe, because it will really make my day. But alas, that is all for now. I upload at least one video a week. Have a nice day, and goodbye.